Students, my name is Sumit Mehta. So today we will see a brief of chemical reaction and equation chapter. So what we have discussed so far in this chapter, we will see a brief glance of it. Okay. So we started our chapter with what is chemical equation. Okay, students. So what is a chemical equation? In the left hand side there will be reactants. When two reactants reacts to each other, they form a product, and this chemical reaction, when it is represented in words, it is called word equation, and when it is in chemical formulas, so it is a chemical equation. Okay, now then we move forward to a skeletal chemical equation, then to balanced chemical equation. So what is the difference between skeletal chemical equation and balanced chemical equations? Okay, students, in skeletal chemical equation, all the elements all the elements in the product reactant side and all the elements in the product sides do not have their same masses or same number of atoms. Okay, so this is what we called as skeletal chemical equation. But in the balanced chemical equation, the masses as well as the number of atoms on the reactant side as well as the product sides are equal and same. So this is called as balanced chemical reaction. So then we move to how to balance a chemical reaction. How to balance a chemical equation. So how to balance a chemical equation? There I gave you this example: Fe plus H2O give rise to Fe3O4 plus H2. Okay, and I have told you how to balance this equation. So first of all, we have to find out the number of atoms. Change in the number of atoms is higher in which element? Okay, so there it was oxygen. So first we balance the oxygen by adding, if it is 4 here and it is 1 here, so we add 4 in front of this. So now the equation becomes 4H2O. Okay. So next what we will do, next we will see the change in the number of atoms of the second largest change in the number of atoms of an element. So it was hydrogen. So hydrogen here is 8 and here it is only 2. So we will add 4 in front of hydrogen. Then only Fe is left. So we will add 3 Fe here. So the net balance equation becomes is 3 Fe plus 4H2O is 3 Fe3O4 plus 4H2. Now we have to write all the elements in the physical state. So iron is in solid, this is in, let's say, gaseous form, this is also in solid, and this is gas. Okay, students, so this is how we balance the chemical equation when we discussed. Then we comes to type of chemical reaction. Okay, so in the types of chemical reaction, first we saw combination reaction. Okay, in the combination reaction, when two or more than two reactants are react each other, they form a single product. Okay, so this is what we called as a combination reaction, and the example of this was quicklime plus water give rise to slick lime. Okay, so this is in aqueous form, this is also in liquid form, this is solid. Okay, so this is the example of combination reaction. Then we discussed decomposition reaction, which is just opposite of combination reaction, in which, let's say, this is CaCO3 breaks to CaO plus O2. Okay, CO2. So this is called limestone breaking down into quicklime. So in the decomposition reactions, this is decomposition. In decomposition reaction, a element or a reactant gives rise to two or more than two products. Okay, so this is what we called as decomposition reaction. Okay, next we discussed about displacement reaction. Displacement. Okay, in displacement reaction, I gave you the example of iron plus copper sulfate solution. Okay, in the setup of there were two electrodes that we discussed. Okay, and the equation was like this: iron, when in solid state, mixed within the solution which is in aqueous state, forms to FeSO4 plus copper ions. Okay, so this is what we call as displacement reaction, in which sulfate ions are displaced by, or you can say copper is displaced by iron. So then we discussed further was oxidation and redox reaction, means redox reactions, oxidation and reduction. So let's say, let me give you the example of this CuO plus H2 give rise to Cu plus H2O. Okay, the substance which is getting oxidized here is hydrogen, and the substance which is getting, this is oxidized, and this is getting reduced. So in a chemical equation, when there is both oxidation and reduction, so it is called as redox reactions. So in the last we discussed about corrosion of a substance and rancidity of a substance. Okay, so corrosion and rancidity. So in corrosion we discussed that when iron comes in contact of water from the atmosphere, okay, so it gets oxidized and form Fe3O4, which is corrosion of iron, or you can say rust. And in rancidity, when some oils and fats are gets oxidized, they produce a rancid smell, or you can say the smell is very, very foul in nature. Okay, so this is what we called as rancidity. So student, this is all about the chapter based on chemical reaction and equations. Okay, and if you have still any doubt or any question based on this, then please do comment in the comment section. I will be happy to help you guys there. Thank you. Happy learning.